record.
Hey, greetings everyone. Welcome to our Woo virtual community, day 1547. Welcome. Come on in, press those buttons. We welcome you. Today is day 1547 of Woo, the 19th of January, 2026. And it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day here in the United States. We welcome everyone. We welcome all the celebrations, all our ancestors. We welcome the new moon that happened on Sunday with the Capricorn energy. We welcome Capricorn energy. Yes, welcome. What's up, everyone? How you feeling? How you living? Make sure that you grab some hydration, whatever that is for you. Do a little stretch, a little breathing, as we are talking about natural life transitioning today. And I am Asia Sunrise Hawk, your nutritionist. And so happy to be here in the community where we rise and thrive and grow together and heal. We welcome Facebook family. Invite your friends, invite your loved ones, maybe even your enemies, because we're talking about life transitioning. And this is important and it affects us all. I'll be back.
Wake up everybody, it's time to get up. Wake up everybody, it's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together.
Yes, wonderful introduction. I could listen to that intro all day and all night. And welcome everyone to our day 1547 Woo session on natural life transitioning. And I am Asia Sunrise Hawk, your facilitator today. And I am a nutritionist, a certified breathologist, and a person that is on my own journey back to healing myself, back to my true self. And on this holy day, this wonderful day, I am wearing my hat just on time for our chat on natural life transitions. So we're going to talk a little bit about what it is to transition through life, what they are, how many there are in life. Because even for me, as a mutable sign, I love transitions. I mean, I'm always changing. Even my name is the same, Asia, right? Sunrise Hawk. The more that I call myself that, the more that my mother insists on calling me by my full government name. And I'm like, okay, mother, I'm not disowning my name. Hawk is short for Hawkins, and sunrise means Asia, and Asia means always ascending. So I'm like, hey, let me put some funk on my name these days, Asia Sunrise Hawk, and change it up. I've also lived in different states, in different countries, constantly traveling by choice, not by circumstance, usually, okay, by choice. And that means changing my life. A new laptop, a new sewing machine, a new bicycle, a new automobile if I need to. No matter where I go, it's something new that's happening, something that I'm learning for myself. We have a lot of transitions, whether they are expected or unexpected, wanted or unwanted. If they are forced or chosen. And so we would like to reflect on today the transition that we are going through right now and the transitions that maybe we don't want to go through because of whatever reason. It means that we have to pack and move. It means that we have to change. And of course, there are those transitions that we want to grow through, those fun ones, those exciting ones. We have celebrations of all kinds. And please remember to celebrate yourself. So we have a lot to talk about today, a lot to discuss. I would also like to hear from you about what helps you through transitions. And how do you know that you are ready to move through a transition? Right? So, dear ones, let's just start with the first question. What about there's one thing that helps us through any transition. It's something simple that we obtain in our own bodies that we have access to at any time. What is that simple one thing that is a necessity and we cannot live without it? And we have to have it. Any guesses? Oh, yeah, Cassandra. Ding, 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 ding. 2 points to Cassandra. I feel like I heard or saw someone unmute. Maybe someone else was thinking the same thing. But the breath, that breath, we can't live without it. And the breath is the beginning, the middle, and the end of all transitions, right? And we're talking about all transitions today: life, death, and the seasons between, and maybe even beyond. Is there a beyond? Okay. All right. So, question for you, dear ones: what are you transitioning through right now? What are you transitioning through right now? What
Okay.
is it? And feel free to type it in the chat as well. Yes, please.
I'll offer a response to that, Sister Asia. Um, I see that. Well, let me honor the chat. I see Sister Rachel put something in the chat, so let me just read that real quick. Sister Rachel, thank you for sharing. Um, and Sister Rachel says, grieving my old self, grieving her old self. So she's going through that transition.
Ashe. Ashe.
Mm.
Thank you, Sister Rachel.
And for me, Um, I just started a new transition this morning. We have a 21-day detox going, so I'm beginning that transition of um, detoxing the body, detoxing habits, practices, and just going for more clarity and more alignment, through this process. So I'm looking forward to this journey and this transition. Looking forward to what the new Sam will look like 21 days from now. You
Woo!
know.
Come on. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, we are always releasing and excreting. Our cells are constantly changing as we are breathing. And hopefully, every day we're having those wonderful bowel movements. All right. And we are open to discuss these things as well. So, those are transitions. And there's a simple practice, even when we are excreting, to visualize releasing everything that doesn't serve us, all of those toxins, whatever discussion that happened that was uncomfortable, and whatever self-doubt that we may have, all of the things that do not serve us, we can release that as we excrete on the beautiful commode. So yes, whatever it is, we are always transitioning. Brother Sam, would you share the slides, please?
Absolutely, Krista.
Thank you. And as we are going into discussing what helps us with transitioning, and again, we are talking about transitional planning, readiness for life, death, and the seasons between. My name is Asia Sunrise Hawk. I know that some of you have just joined us. Welcome, welcome to the Facebook family as well. And I am the owner and founder of a Sunrise Seeker Services, where we believe in healthy birthing, healing, natural living, lifestyle, and natural life transitioning. And that's what we are discussing today. And next slide, please, Brother Sam. We have some questions that we've discussed, which is number one, what does breath and breathing mean to you? I've asked you to kind of ponder about this one. What does breath and breathing mean to you? And the next question, when you are breathing, when are you breathing heavily? And when you are breathing, when are you breathing short? Do you notice these things? When are you breathing fully or into the chest or into the belly? Because we're talking about natural life transitions, we're talking about what helps us through these transitions, which is the breath. And Brother Sam, please, next slide. All right, my friends. So this is the respiratory system. And we all know that we cannot live without breathing and how important it is. And even more importantly, the way we breathe, breathing fully, and the advantages to breathing fully. What are some of them? I would love to share some of the findings from the Advent. And they explain the breathing process, which is phenomenal. So breathe with me, please, as we talk about why the breath is so important and how it just fully functions, how we effectively reciprocate, information, how we digest conversations, how we digest our food, how we digest information. Also, glucose. When we eat, glucose is supplied to the body, right? And when we breathe in oxygen, the cells react with the glucose, allowing the body to use it as energy, and we need that. When our breathing is compromised, oftentimes it is accompanied by sluggishness, and fatigue. Now, breathing in oxygen is crucial to helping defend the immune system. And you know, when we breathe, the body creates what's known as superoxides, which helps to fight against bacteria and viruses in the body. Woo! And now the brain will only use 20% of the oxygen that we breathe, which is pretty phenomenal. 20% of the oxygen that we breathe in, the brain uses. And because the cells in our brain are incredibly sensitive and rely on this oxygen. So this is why taking full advantage of every single breath is essential. And you also know that when we've been wounded, when we've had undergone surgery, the body needs some serious oxygen to repair itself and recover. So now we have, with the breath, right, we have immune defense mechanisms, and we also have cellular repair and regeneration just by breathing. I'm just taking a moment here just for the pause, right? So how many times, dear Wu family, I'm asking you now, just for your guess, please put it in the chat. How many times do we breathe a minute? In 1 minute, how many times do we breathe in 1 minute? And I'm not going to give you 1 minute to guess so you can count, all right? Please put it in the chat. What is your guess about how many times we actually breathe per minute? Sister Veronica, 65. Jametta at 75. What other guesses do we have? How many respirations do we have? And Brother Sam says 25. Okay, all right. Let us please go to the next slide. We still have Sister Laura says 16. All right. Now we're talking, Sister Laura. Check this out. According to Answers.com, very simple, right? And the Advent knows the average respiration rate for a person at rest is about 16 breaths per minute. Only 16, okay? And this means on average, we breathe about 960 breaths an hour. 23,040 breaths a day. 8,409,600 breaths a year. And if a person lives to 100, then that means on average, you will take 8,840,960,000 breaths in one lifetime. Wow, how important is that? What else do you do 16 times a day? Or a day, I said a day. What else do you do 16 times a minute? Divide a day. What else besides breathing? And of course, dear colleagues, please note that this is based on a person's average respiration rate at rest. And some people may take 19 respirations a minute, and anyway, so it does increase or decrease depending on the person, but average is 16, all right? So the breath is so vital and absolutely important for us. I do have another rhetorical question for you. So if your breath could speak honestly about your life right now, what would it say needs preparing? I'll ask again. If your breath could speak honestly about your life right now, what would it say it needs preparing? Because we are talking about natural life transitions and how the breath can support us naturally. And we will also talk about another natural herb and substance and exercise that can support us naturally.
Sister Asia, could you ask that question one more time? You hit us with a real powerful, deep question earlier this morning. Can you just repeat it, please?
I'd be happy to. If the breath could speak honestly about your life right now, what would it say needs preparing? If your breath could speak honestly about your life right now, what would it say needs preparing? And since we're talking about transitions, naturally, how can we functionally and fully prepare for the transitions? Because there are some that we don't want to go through. There are some that we must go through to reach another level. There are some that we will be forced to go through if we don't make that choice. So, how can we just go through them positively, effectively, fully, with a little fierceness, with a little joy? So, what would your breath say needs preparing for you to be able to do that? I do see a few chats. I haven't
Yeah,
been keeping.
I got it. I got it for you. Um, Sister Rachel says, I need to learn how to breathe more. And then she added before thinking. So, Sister Rachel, if you want to unmute and kind of just help us process that, that would be great. Um, Sister Laura also said movements. Sister Jametta said, prepare to pay attention to how you're breathing. Sister Laura again also says, I need to be mindful. And again, I'm just going to ask Sister Rachel if she wants to just expound more on her words. I need to learn how to breathe more before thinking. And that's what we got in the chat. Feel free to unmute your, raise your hand so that we can hear your voices in the space as well.
Mhm. If you are able to. And I will reserve a little bit of space after our activity. And we have a breathing space now. Brother Sam, would you please go to the next slide? And I will invite you all to listen first and then practice with me. This is a short breath inventory, and I will model it as as a model, as I can, as I should. So the breath
Sister Asia,
that for each breath we are transitioning through the phases of which we need to take to complete an action, to follow through with a transition. So, for example, the first breath would be you imagining something that you need to start. And the exhale would be you imagining when you'd like to begin. And we're still on the last slide. And then we'd go to the next breath, which is you imagining the preparation that goes into the transition, what needs to happen. And the next breath is for when you would like to finish the transition, when you would like to have it completed. And the next breath is what it looks like, what it feels like when it is complete. And then we repeat. So don't worry. Please just exercise with me, practice this breath inventory with me. But first, let's just move around. I don't want to move too much because my hat may fall off. Brother Sam and I were talking about our heads being big, but I just wanted to wear it today as we are celebrating. So just move around just a little bit, your neck, your shoulders, before we begin this breathing practice. All All right. And let's just start breathing together. On the inhale, you will imagine something that you need to start. And on the exhale, you imagine when you would like to begin. Inhale, one preparation that needs to happen. And exhale, one breath for when you would like to finish the transition. And inhale what it looks like when you are complete with the project. And exhale, just exhale. Let's inhale one more time, another round for the same thing. Same thing, all right? So inhale one breath for that same project, the same transition that you would like to start. And exhale one breath for when you would like to begin. And inhale a breath for one preparation that needs to happen, just one. And exhale one breath for when you would like to finish this transition. When will this be? And inhale what it looks like when you are complete with it. And exhale that energy, what it looks like when you are complete with it. I always like to dance a little bit, bop, like, yes, I'm done, I'm complete. So this is a breath inventory that you can practice morning, noon, day, and night, whenever you want to complete a project or a transition, because we have choices. There's the in breath, the out breath, that is the finale, and in between we have choices. And we would like to make these choices before we are forced to make these choices. We are here for a higher calling, dear folks. That's why we are here this AM, daily, weekly, monthly. That's why we are part of this community. We utilize the breath to take us to that next level, and we consider all of our options and choices before we get there. All right? We're looking ahead and behind, and the breath helps us. Now, the breath is not the only thing that helps us along the way. There is a herbal ally. And of course, as a nutritionist, as a person healing back to my true self, I like to utilize different avenues, techniques, and supplements to help me along the way if I'm depressed, if I'm anxious, if I, all the things. So we're talking about a herbal ally that will help with the respiratory system. And now I'm asking you, what are your guesses? What could this be? Before we go to the next slide, the herbal ally helps with the respiratory system. And this herbal healer also lubricates the eyes, and it reduces puffiness in the eyes. Okay, it lubricates the lungs and the breathing passageways. And there are different forms. You can eat this herbal healer, and one can also take it as a supplement. All right, Brother Sam, let's go to the next slide, please.
All right. I do want to recognize
Real.
Sister Rachel. She did put her hand up at one point. So, Sister Rachel, if you
Okay.
want to still share, please do so now.
Yes, please, Sister Rachel.
Sure. Peace and blessings, everybody. What I meant by saying learning how to breathe, before thinking, because I tend to go into overthinking, and when I overthink, I'll breathe heavy, right? So just practicing breath before think, right? So once I go into this space of like, I want to think about something or make it or internalize it, I just take a moment Like I'm trying to take a moment to breathe and then think because I'm learning, or maybe you can elaborate on this. That for me, when I'm breathing before responding, I'm able to process a little bit better, and I'm complete.
Ashe, yes. Thank you, Sister Rachel. That's deep. That reminds me of back in the day, I had anger issues. And hey, it's still a work in progress, okay? And so it reminds me of before you send an email, before you respond, just breathe, take a beat, take a moment. And now, as a nutritionist, I understand that when I breathe, it opens up my lungs, and my lungs are connected to my brain. And we just talked about how the brain uses 20% of the breath that we breathe because the cells need that oxygen to function and connect to the synapses. So when I'm breathing in fully and optimally, as Sister Ayo Handy Kendi says, breathing optimally, then my brain can fully access all of the synapses. And just like you said, Sister Rachel, yeah, make a better decision, make a better choice. In my case, respond better, right? Not react, but respond in a way that is conducive to my nature and who I am becoming, and like these mountains. So thank you for that. Brother Sam, anything else? Any other hands up? All right, cool. So
Just
the
right in the chat, Sister Cassandra says you're rocking that hat, Sister Asia Sunrise Hawk, nutritionist.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, my joy to rock it for you. Okay, we are each other's liberation medicine. All right. So this herbal healer, I didn't see any guesses. No one knows what this herbal healer is. It's an oldie but goodie. I'm not introducing anything new. And again, this is very helpful for the respiratory system, the eyes, and just lubrication in all. Please click, Brother Sam, the next one. Okay, we got Mullen time. Phyllis, interesting. That's not what I was thinking here, but Mullen does help the respiratory system. I'm thinking vitamin A. Ooh, Veronica, water. Hello, yes. Vitamin A. So this is what I chose for the herbal healer. And vitamin A maintains the health of tissues and hair. Hair is all around us. It's inside, the nose is everywhere. So we need healthy hair. And it builds resistance. It helps the eyes, the nasal passages, lungs, and stress. Now, I'm not a medical physician, okay? And please, before you do anything, speak to your medical provider. Now, as your nutritionist for the day, as your certified nutritionist, I don't recommend that you go out and buy vitamin A. I'm not selling it. I'm not saying go do it. I'm just offering you another avenue, another supplement that can help you along your way, right? There are other considerations. So you can also eat vitamin A, right? In okra, anise, and then there are also supplements. If you are going to take supplements, folks, read the labels, make sure they're organic and natural and filled with fruits, dried fruits and vegetables, right? We don't want the tablets that have a lot of chemicals in them if we can help it. So just something that can help us along the way. Now, before we close, I would like to open it up just for any comments, any thoughts. I did talk little bit more than I thought I would, but I so would like to hear some voices. I know this resonated with somebody up in here. I know Sister Rachel has supported our community with her voice today. Does anyone else have any thoughts, comments, feedback on natural life transitions before we close?
Let me just jump in real quick on behalf of Sister Rachel and what she put in the chat. Um, and supporting this transition that she wants for herself. She says, I need my healthy, thick hair that's grown on my face to be transferred to my head. Um, and then she has a big smiley emoji. So I don't know how we can help her with that, Sister Asia.
Oh yeah, I got that too. That hormone balance. Hallelujah. Yes, vitamin A, the oldie but goodie, I tell you. Thank you for that honesty, Sister Rachel. All right. So thank y'all for this time, space, and opportunity. And we'll just go out and close since there are no hands raised.
And so just before we close, anyone wants to share, when anybody wants to come off mic, anybody wants to put anything in the chat before we close? It is 7:37, so we are close to wrapping up the session. We just wanted to make sure if there's anyone who wants to chat. Sister Rachel says she has a question regarding vitamin A, um, and iPhone, the question around the breathing. Not sure if we can get back to that, but possibly. That question you asked about breathing and transition. I think Sister Asia, I think that's what iPhone is referring to. Um,
Hmm.
so, Sister Rachel, do you want to go ahead and ask your question while we're trying to remember that question?
Yeah, absolutely. So vitamin A, you said it helps with the hair growth. Does it, and it's funny because that's what I put in the chat, but I really want to know, does it focus on just the head or does it focus on all hair growth?
Does it focus on the head?
Oh, yeah, like on the hair itself, like on the head, right? The hair that's on the head, or does it focus on all, like all hair growth on the body?
Well, I have news for you. Don't worry. All of your hair will grow everywhere when you take vitamin A. I'm just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Ha ha ha. Joke, joke. All right. If y'all don't know me yet, I do like to joke a little bit. So, the first thing I will say, Sister Rachel, all right, okay, good, you got it. So, first thing I will say is the herbs are intelligent. And when we take the herbs, they know where to go and what to do. All right. And we definitely, when we get, I'm going to take my spray bottle, when we take our bottle of supplements or whatever, we pray. All right. We tell it what to do. Okay. So I will say that. And if you want a actual treatment plan, we do have treatment plans as well at a Sunrise Secret Services because it's not just vitamin A, but it's your nutrients, it's the diet, right? It's your sleep, it's the colors. Maybe it's some oils. And then of course, what dosage should it is right for you, what dosage is right, because there's a difference between oil soluble and water soluble supplements as well. But Sister Rachel, not to worry, okay? The herbs are intelligent and they know what to do. You pray, you tell it where to go and what to do, and you take that vitamin A if you feel that it could be beneficial for you. And hormone balance is helpful as well. So think about the hormones too. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that answers your question. I will provide you with my information. And I would love to hear from you, just to chat, even just to chat more about it.
All right.
All right, cool.
Thank you, Sister Asia.
Well, thank you. Thank y'all for supporting us on Woo and supporting our transitional planning, readiness for life, death, and the season in between. And I'll say, may the breath be with you. And I do have a special offer for everyone. Oh, yes, and other supplements that can support your healing, your journey, your transitions are supplements from a Sunrise Seeker Services. I produce herbal brews, herbal honey. Well, I don't produce the herbal honey. I mix the herbal honey And the emergency 3-pack dried herbs. I infuse herbs with the oatmeal cookies and herbal popcorn, and it's delicious, nutritious snacks that I love to share for those who like to take natural supplements as medicine. And that goes along with my special offer, which is actually the next slide.
Um, just real quick, Sister Asia, can you tell us a little bit more about that herbal popcorn that serves or supports digestion, please?
Yes. Did you say herbal popcorn? Well, first of all,
Yes.
I use three or four different types of hulls. So the actual kernels. And so we have lady kernels, which is purple popcorn, and the mushroom popcorn. And so these type of kernels have less holes and are less harmful to the gums and the teeth. And so popcorn itself, the grain is helpful for the digestion. It cleans out the small and large intestine. And then the herbs that I infuse with the popcorn is definitely beneficial for, I mean, anything. That one right there is beets. So that's beetroot powder. And beetroot powder is excellent for uterine health. It supports reproductive health and circulation. So whatever you need, everything is individualized. Whatever you need, we can make it for you. And we also provide treatment plans and body scans. So did I answer your question about one of my favorites, the herbal popcorn? I tried not to go too much in detail.
No, you did. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be ordering some. I have a 3-year-old that loves popcorn, so we will be getting her some for sure, for sure. All righty.
I'm looking forward to popping it too. And my special offer for you folks today is a breath and body mapping mini session. Not a full blown out one, it's just a mini session that is a guided exploration of where your breath gets stuck and why. It identifies where you hold your emotional congestion and how to break those patterns of stagnation or just not breathing fully, and how to properly breathe. This is a practice. We've learned so many opposite things in our life, and now we are reprogramming and moving forward and relearning. And so, this is an opportunity to have a mini session for just relearning how to breathe. After 20 minutes, you're going to feel like a brand new person. And add some herbal popcorn onto that, or a catered herbal delight, then you'll really kick this January off, 2026 off just right. So that's my offer. Thank y'all so much. And yeah, I look forward to some emails. My information is probably the next slide.
Yes, it is. Just some one quick question. Is there any, so is this open to everyone who contacts you, or is there any limit to the special offers?
Ooh, let's keep it to three since it's the
Yeah.
beginning of the year. Three people, first three people who contact me.
All
Yes.
right, cool. All right, y'all got your assignment. First 3 people, and we're about to move on to her contact information right now. It's,
And the business name is the Sunrise Seeker Services. And my name is Asia Hawk. Hawk is short for Hawkins' mother. And my website is a sunriseseeker.services. That's just as it is, a sunriseseeker.services. And the email, support at a sunriseseeker.services. Please email me for the special offer specifically, and or if you just want to chat or talk or be in communication. I always look forward to meeting new people and having those nice connections. YouTube is a Sunrise Seeker Services.
all right. All right. Thank you so much, Sister Asia, for your special offer for the presentation this morning. Um, and so we thank you for sharing in the Woo space with us, your talents, your gifts, your services, and your products. So thank you so much for that. Um, as we transition on, again, more contact information for Sister Asia if you didn't get it in the previous slide. It is also in the chat. Sister Raina has put it in the chat so you can hyperlink to it from now if you need to. Um, and so you will be able to, be in contact with her. And again, remember, it's the first three people. So please, I'm going to be asking for one as well. So if you're not moving quickly, as soon as this is over, I'll be sending in my request. So I don't mind if I get beat out by the Woo audience. So, but I need y'all to get on that offer ASAP. All right. So moving on to our Woo Love offerings and donations. Again, we do require and need um, love offerings and donations from our community, from our um, and so we have both daily and weekly and monthly automated love offerings. So the automated love offerings are great. You don't have to think about it every month. You can choose a particular amount that you can offer to the space, um, and think about your offering as as a return on the investment that you're getting from being here, and all the knowledge, all the information, all this helpful advice, all the information that's shared here is definitely worth more than any of those amounts on the page. If you're here consistently, what you're learning, what you're receiving, the ways that you can transform your life from financially to understanding the new technologies out there to our own individual help, like this morning. So all of those things are way more worth more than any of these donation amounts that I see here. So again, if you're in a position to do so, we ask that you do donate to the Woo Space, and the amounts already all have a Bitly associated with it. So please think about that as we move forward. And so just moving right along, we have for this week, tomorrow, we have Brother David Germain coming up, and he helps us. I know in the past he's helped us with financial situations and understandings. Um, and then on Wednesday, we have our own very own Sister Laura. The dream, the night everything shifted is her topic that day. And so, again, if you're so inclined, please be here for that. For those next two sessions, Brother David will be in the extended session, the hour and a half session, and Sister Laura will be here with us for our short session on Wednesday. So we hope to see you in the space again for that. All right. So Be the Tree, the Women's Rites of Passage, Cohort 24, Spring 2026. The introduction sessions have started. So there are upcoming sessions. I guess the next one is going to be Saturday, January 24th from 10:30 to 12:30. So if you are interested, please sign up. Please register at bit.ly/BT intro session for this 24th cohort of Be the Tree, Women's Rites of Passage. At least go find out the information, share the information with your friends, your family members, and really, um, learn and experience this very informative session. I know many in the Woo space have been a part of this, so again, I know people can speak to it directly. But if you haven't done it, please definitely go explore it. And if there's any new members here today, we welcome you. Um, Here's a community where we come to learn, elevate, and ascend. Um, and so this happens every day in the Woo space. We're here 5 days a week. You can join us on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday for our extended sessions from 7 to 8:30. And then on Monday and Wednesday, we have our shorter sessions, which run from 7 to roughly 7:30. So again, welcome to any new members. That's our schedule. So we go 5 days a week, and then we give you Saturday, Friday, and Saturday to process and integrate all the knowledge and all the information that you've gained. We also are streaming live on Facebooks, and also if you are so inclined, text Woo Nation to 74121 so you can get your daily alerts, so that you're not late to the sessions. So that would be a great way to make sure you're here on time. The alerts come before we start at 7, and they let you know who's going to be up and what the topic of the day is. And it just gives you a weekly or daily reminder that we're on and we're active. So, all right. So on that note, let's go ahead and take the slides down and open up the space. And let's give Sister Asia Sunrise Hawk a love shower, well deserved this morning.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you so much for
Thank you, sis.
so much.
Thank you, sis.
Learning how to breathe. That's a part of life.
So we
Take
see you
it
this
for
morning.
granted.
Thank
To
you,
breathe in
thank
my
you,
name,
thank you.
to breathe.
How
How
Mindful
and
of
then your purpose
Thanksgiving.
and just giving me all the information